Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Friday, May 17th. Seeing an abundance of upper level cloudiness out there this morning, but that won't stop it from warming up out there. We are expecting temperatures to rise about 10 degrees above average this afternoon. Taking a look at our conditions across the area from yesterday, did see a few warm spots across the region. Did see 80s across the Tidewater and near DC as well as near Baltimore. Here, Wallops, we only got down to a up to a high of 71 yesterday, which is pretty seasonable for this time of year. Did see some fairly seasonable lows across the region from the mid 50s to near 60 degrees. We also did see some isolated shower activity across the area yesterday and last night, mainly to areas north of here from yesterday afternoon and late morning. Areas receiving anywhere between a trace to a couple hundredths of an inch. As of 9 a.m. this morning, seeing temperatures already rising up to near 70 degrees for most spots under cloudy skies. Taking a look at our upper level winds this morning, seeing southwesterly winds across the entire column, then switching westerly above 16,000 feet. Winds are running about 20 to 25 knots from 1,000 feet up to 12,000 feet, then increasing between 30 to 40 knots between 16 and 25,000 feet. Seeing a higher freezing level this morning just below 12,000 feet. So taking a look at our surface analysis, we do have high pressure building over Bermuda. That will help to give us a nice warm up today into the lower to mid 80s. Also seeing a weak front starting to move its way eastward, mainly in the form of an mesoscale convective complex. That'll continue to weaken as we go throughout this morning as it approaches the area. It does look like it's going to miss us to the south and be pretty weak, but can't rule out the chance of an isolated shower in the early afternoon hours associated with that. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to see these abundant upper level clouds throughout the day. Still expecting a warm day in the lower to mid 80s. Let's take a look at our surface map. You see that large area of rain and thunderstorms crossing the Appalachians. It is headed more in a southeasterly direction, which will keep it well away from Wallops, but as that impulse continues to track eastward, can't rule out the chance of an isolated shower early this afternoon popping up across the area. It looks like only running around a 20% chance of seeing an isolated shower or two across the Delmarva associated with that system. So taking a look at our forecast charts here, going to continue to see some those abundant clouds, like I had said, with that slight chance of an isolated shower as we go toward this afternoon. As we go into tonight, going to be seeing things clear up a bit. Still going to be partly to perhaps mostly cloudy with a little bit of mid to upper level cloudiness. And then as we go into tomorrow, it is going to be a little bit cooler as we have this weak front here going to drop south, and that's going to help to give us just a little bit of onshore flow. It's a little bit of a question still how far south that front is going to make it. Looks like we'll still be seeing some warmer temperatures inland, but right along the immediate coast, a little bit cooler, possibly seeing those temperatures near 70 degrees along the coast, so a little bit cooler compared to today for tomorrow. And then as we go into Sunday, we're going to see that front lift north of the region again. That'll help to warm things up once again into the lower 80s. And then we're going to see an even warmer day as we go into Monday, seeing those temperatures in the mid 80s. And then we have some upper level ridging starting to establish itself across the east coast, and Bermuda hybrid developing. Looks like we are going to be in a more extended period of dry weather as we have summer beginning. Taking a look at our forecast for today. Going to be seeing southwesterly winds increase around 8 to 13 knots and gusty this afternoon until around sunset. Then winds will become westerly at 4 to 9 knots through midnight, then weakening, becoming variable around 3 to 8 knots in the pre-dawn hours of Saturday. Then as we get that front moving south of us, we'll see winds turn more northeasterly by mid-morning Saturday at 5 to 10 knots. We're going to see those temperatures rise to around 83 degrees early this afternoon, and then remaining fairly mild tonight, only dropping down to around 66 degrees by the pre-dawn hours of Saturday. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, going to continue to see that overcast deck at 25,000 feet throughout the day, and then seeing a few clouds near 7,000 feet for this morning and early this afternoon. We will be seeing an increase in those lower level clouds between 5,000 and 8,000 feet in the afternoon as we get that weak piece of energy moving across the Delmarva, possibly becoming broken at 5,000 to 8,000 feet at times, especially if we get into any shower activity. Then as we go towards the sunset and beyond, we'll start to see those clouds decrease a little bit, just expecting a few at 4,000, a few at 12,000 in the overnight hours and into mid-morning Saturday, still with a broken cirrus stacking 25,000 feet persisting. For tomorrow, going to be partly, perhaps mostly cloudy and seasonal with a high of 76, a little bit warmer inland and a little bit cooler right along the immediate coast. On Saturday night, going to be partly to perhaps mostly cloudy and mild with a low of 62. Then Sunday will warm up again, getting up to a very warm high of 81. And we will see some warmer temperatures the more inland we go as well on Sunday. Taking a look at our extended outlook. Going to be dry in the extended here, expecting some more, just some seasonable to slightly above average temperatures really for the next week. As we have some high pressure building over Bermuda and a little bit of upper level ridging. That's going to give us some good southwesterly flow for Sunday and Monday, bumping those temperatures in the mid 80s. Monday does look to be rather warm out there as we have a weak front approaching. That'll help to compress the atmosphere a bit, bumping up those temperatures even more. Can't rule out an isolated shower Monday night as we have a weak front crossing the area. It does look like there's not going to be a whole lot of lift associated with that, so any shower activity should be very isolated, only about a 20% chance Monday night into Tuesday. Then as we get behind that front, we'll see things cool off just a little bit, but remaining seasonable. Temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 70s for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll start to see things ramp up as we get a southwesterly flow really redeveloping for the end of the week, with temperatures ramping back up into the mid 80s for the end of the week and as we go into Memorial Day weekend. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back on Monday morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a great weekend.